This is Toolbox Talks for Electricians, the only podcast loading electricians with the skills they need to reduce stress, gain back more time, and make more money. My name is Ben Poulter, and today's podcast is packed with some stupidly simple steps you can take today to fill your diary up with customers. After this podcast, you'll be able to have some ideas on how to get more work today to make more money tomorrow. Let's be honest, you haven't got a business if you haven't got any customers. They're the ones that keep your business growing and you getting better at being an electrician. They also help you pay for them upgrades you need to be doing as an electrician. I think it's December 2022 at the minute, and we're on the 18th edition at the moment. With technology moving, quite rapidly at the minute, it's not going to be long before it's another update, is there? And this is why you need a constant flow of customers. And this time of year is perfect for it too. So in this podcast, I'll tell you exactly how. I'm going to show you how to keep your electrical business at the top of everybody's mind. Customers are the main reason you actually have a business, because they're the people who pay for your services for you to fix their problems. It's common for a customer to find an electrician who does a good job, and then they'll keep their number. That customer will call you their electrician. He's my electrician. Ben, oh yeah, I know Ben. He's my electrician. And they tell their friends and they tell their family all about you, saying, yeah, he's my electrician. He's great. So you want to be that person that's at the forefront of their mind all the time when anything electrical pops into their head or their friend's head. I've known it to happen as well, that you might have had a customer maybe 2 or 3 years ago and you haven't heard from him for a little while, but they haven't needed an electrician because you've done such a good job at the time when you did some work for them. So you still want to keep at the forefront of their mind if they ever do need an electrician, because no doubt they go out and about and they talk to people and someone says, can you recommend an electrician? You want to be that electrician in their mind that they recommend. But there's no doubt other customers that we have that are always doing something. They're always doing something. They're getting a new kitchen fitted or their bathroom redone. And they think, while we're getting bathroom done, I want a new fan and a new light and some new downlights. They're always upgrading. They're always doing something. We want to keep at the forefront of their mind as well. And with every customer you have, what is the golden nugget that you have when you have that customer? Maybe when you send an invoice or even text an invoice sort of thing, you've got their contact details. It may be a phone number, or it's more than likely their email, but you've got a relationship with them, and that's something that money can't buy. And there's ways you can use that information to grow your business. Use them 2 points, maybe their phone or their email. Keep your business in their mind all the time. And it's probably, that everybody else in the whole of the world these days, they want to save energy. This is the thing. I need to save energy because energy prices are going up. So everyone wants to save a little bit of energy because obviously it will save them a little bit of money. So this is your opportunity to give your customers value and to maybe spend an hour, just sit down for an hour, put a free PDF download together, what they can download about saving energy in their house. Like maybe shutting their curtains, only putting a certain amount of water in the kettle to boil it. Just these little tips to help them save money. And it'll go a long way because they'll appreciate you even more. Not only will they appreciate you even more, you'll be in their mind. For when someone talks about an electrician, they'll be like, yes, Ben is a great lad. He sent me an email the other day about saving money on energy. And they'll just remember you. And a little added bonus, if you haven't got time to sit down and write out energy saving tips, if you jump inside my group on Facebook, there's a copy. You can nick it completely and just put your logo on it and email that out to your customers. It's a great way to sort of indirectly to ask your customers if they need any more work doing. Because a lot of times the customers say, oh yeah, I meant to phone you. I've seen people in the street or in the supermarket. And they said, Ben, yeah, I've meant to phone you because I've got a problem with my light. Well, it will jog their memory to say, right, they need to ring you up and they need to book in to get a job done. So another idea to keep you at the forefront of the customers' minds is when new technology comes out. Lately, for example, we've had the sockets with the USB plugs on. Everybody wants them. This is where you can go to your wholesalers if you've got a good relationship with them and get a deal on 100 of them. 100 might sound a lot, but I can guarantee you like everybody has at least 5 in their house. So you can get rid of them quite easy. I don't know whether it's because they're new and everyone likes something new technology, but then it's because they're quite handy as well. Everyone wants them. And they obviously don't just want one. They want them in every room. They want it in their kids' room. So they, obviously kids and, well, I do myself. You lose the plug. When you buy a new iPhone, you don't even get a plug for it these days. So you can just plug that USB straight into a socket. It is really handy. With anything that's so popular, there's so many these Chinese ones on the market that don't even work, or they're dangerous. They catch fire. So you could create a warning text about them, like text out to your customers saying, watch out for these cheaply made products that will end up setting your house on fire, because people will appreciate that, because it shows that, well, you care. You want to grow awareness about these cheaply made products that are on the market, and you don't want your customers to suffer from a fire, obviously. And then you could send the text out and direct them to the email. And in the email, you could state that you're doing an offer for these actually branded, decent, that don't catch fire USB sockets. Because no doubt the customer will Google basically how much their sockets are. But you can provide a service is where you supply and fit. And because sometimes you can explain as well that the back boxes, they're a little bit shallow, so you need to adapt them maybe, or dig them out to make these new USB sockets that are a little bit thicker to fit inside so many places. You have to adapt them. Because if you did a deal, say, look, I'll fit your 5 sockets in your house wherever you want for 150 quid. Then how fast can you change 5 double sockets? I guarantee you, if you're any good, you got to say less than an hour. You're going to change 5 double sockets. It's going to be quite simple. You're going to drag it out by putting your Martindale tester on it just to make sure that it's done properly, which quite confident it will be. It's only a double socket at the end of the day, but it's a great little money earner. I always remember my dad used to say to me, once you've got a trade, you'll always have work. And it is so true. But there's having work as an electrician, and then having good ideas to be able to make that pay, to make you earn more money through some of the ideas that you can do as an electrician, that you could use your skills. Something like the USB sockets. I think it's all about how much effort you're prepared to put in, how determined and how enthusiastic you are to grow your own business. Having been an electrician for more than 20 years, I've met quite a few fully qualified sparkies that earn around 30 grand a year. And these electricians, they work on the books for a company. They're employed, and they get a van they're not allowed to use it for personal use, and they get told where to go, when to go, at a set hourly wage. And they're hard grafters, man. They do work hard for their 30 grand a year. However, when you're self-employed and you're building your own customer base and you're able to do the little things like the USB socket offer, with that simple little offer, you can probably earn more in a day than some electricians do that are on the books in a week. Then, depending how many sockets you change or how many you do, then you can just take a month off and go travelling around Australia. I knew an electrician that did that, and he never came back, to be honest. He liked it out there and got a job out there, because that's the bonus of being a tradesman as well, electrician. Every other country is crying out for him. His next idea to generate more customers, it's fun to do as well. And it's something I did a couple of times back in the summertime, because everybody loves a barbecue, but not a barbecue at your house. You don't want people to all come around your house and pile into your back garden, because then you got to tidy it up, and it's a bit of a nightmare. What I did, I went to a local park. It was like a local theme park. I don't know if you know Wicksteed Park. It's one of the first theme parks in the UK. It's crap now, but it's still stayed as one of the first theme parks in the UK. And even you could go that a step further, like I did, to a campsite. And you can do it again. You can let the customers know that you're doing a promotion day, maybe. Saying, look, my electrical company is going to be down at Wicksteed Park and we're going to do a fun day. Because the only reason that I really did it as well is to get the kids off the iPads. When they're younger, all they do is the Wi-Fi and the iPads, and they look down. So I thought it'd be a great idea to take them down there, throw some sticks for the dog, and basically have fun outside. Get them outside in the summertime. And I admit as well, there was an alternative motive to camping. It's so I could have a decent barbecue and have a few beers. So that's the whole point of me going down there, is having a few beers and camp out. And I tell you, it's nice to do. You go down there, you get set up, you're in prime position with your sign-written van for everyone to see. You obviously have a bunch of business cards handy to pass out to make sure Your number is on the van, strategically placed in the way for people to take photos of everyone having fun. Your number's there. It's a perfect opportunity to promote yourself. I do know a few guys as well that have got that QR codes on the side of their van. So if people see them in a shopping car park or anywhere really, they can go up, scan the QR code on their van, and their business details come up. I think that's brilliant. But the final one today is going to be for the Christmas time. You've got it. Christmas lights. Sometimes they're a bane. They're a bane for everyone. If your missus asks you, can you put the Christmas lights up? You don't like doing it. Like, this is the thing. You got to get the ladder out. You got to tack them around the gutter in up hot heights. It's a bit of a nightmare. But how many times you've been asked to put them up for friends or family? Everyone asks you. Because you're an electrician, they think you must be really good at putting Christmas lights up. Well, more than likely because you've got the steps and you've got the clips all in the van anyway. But you do it because you know for a fact that someone's going to put 12 sets of lights all around their house, coiled up, all to an extension lead, and it's going to cause a fire. So you like to go around there just to make sure that they haven't done a stupid job where they're going to cause a fire. And depending on what position you are with your information, you could also put an email out. Again, the email list with customers is valuable as gold. You could always put an email out to say, hey, I'm doing Christmas lights for people for a certain offer if you'd like me to put your Christmas lights up for you to make sure that they're safe and they're not going to cause a fire. Because no doubt people leave them on all night sometimes when they're going, and maybe if they leave them on when they go to work. And you don't want to do that really because it's a waste of time. You can't see the lights in the daylight. What I've done with mine is I got a little remote control socket where you could supply and fit them as well, which they just plug in. And then people could plug them into the garage so they don't have to go out the garage and turn them on. They've got like 6 settings. There's this little thing off eBay. It was fantastic. I still use it to this day. I've had it a few years. Normally you get things off eBay and they break after a little while. But no, this thing's happening because you only use it once a year. So it's spot on. You can just turn your lights on from the comfort of your own home. But like I say, if you haven't got a big email list, you haven't got a big customer base, maybe you're just starting out even, knock on people's doors. Let them see your face. Talk to them. Or put it on a Facebook post on your personal profile saying I'm a fully qualified electrician. I've got ladders and I'm offering to put people's lights up for so much of a figure. You can obviously work that out when you get there, how many lights you got. Because if you say like, yeah, I'll do it for 50 quid and you turn up and there's like 6 boxes of lights, you're going to be there all day. It'll be a nightmare. But again, in that Facebook group that I told you about earlier, if you jump inside there's a download about how you can be safe with your Christmas lights and plugging them in and basically not having a cord of extension lead. I hate it when people do that. You're basically making a heater. Come on, let's be honest. You're making a heater, so it's going to melt and cause a fire. So it's basically safety guidelines that you can obviously pinch off of me, stick your logo on it, send that out to your customers as well. It's once you start thinking like this and you're constantly promoting your business and services to new customers, your flow of work will never, ever run out. That's when you get to a position where you pick and choose what jobs you want to do sometimes. If you want to do 100 downlights, you can say, right, it's £20 a downlight. Yeah. How many downlights can you get done up in a day? You could probably do them 100 in a day if you did a late day or something or jumped in. It's easy. It's nice when you can pick and choose. Because let's be honest, you'd prefer to do a job that puts £1,000 in your pocket than a £50 job. So now you've got about 30 seconds to the end. So go out and rally up your customers and make your electrical business grow. Get inside the Toolbox Talks for Electricians group and post your experience of what we've talked about today. I'll leave a link to the group in the show notes below. Until next time, I'll see you again.